Last County Talk back in the car after we have just beat Shrewsbury 4-1 at home in our first win under Patterson in a competitive game. Look, I'm delighted with the result. I think the performance was a lot better than what we've seen. So I'm really happy with it. You know, first time I've been able to get to a game this season because I've been away for quite a while. So I'm delighted. I'm really happy with what I saw. It's frustrating to sort of see us concede because I thought Shrewsbury were really poor, and I think that is something, you know, important to say. We can't carry away with this win. It's good to win games. We want to win games. We want to be up there at the end of the season, obviously. But I don't think we can get carried away with what we saw tonight because I think Shrewsbury really offered nothing, and they were really poor. I actually, you know, I feel for the fans that have travelled down tonight to sort of watch that performance from them because it was so poor. But Notts, you know, they impressed me tonight. You know, they showed that they can do it a few different ways if they need to. I know noticeably we were going long a lot more, which, you know, I'm not against. You know, if you're winning games, so be it. You know, I think we still controlled possession. It's not like we were sort of counter-attacking and going long. We were, you know, controlling the game, and, you know, when the goalkeeper got the ball, which we haven't seen for a long time, I think he only passed it out 2, 3, 4 times maybe, we were going long. And I heard a few people around me getting frustrated that we weren't winning anything directly from the sort of long balls that Roos was doing. But one thing I did notice was the sort of second phase of that, where, you know, if the defender heads it up, we were gaining possession and we were working things from that. So I was impressed with that because that looks like something that we would have definitely worked on. So that sort of detailing it's good. It's good to see that we're sort of adapting the way that we play a little bit more and sort of focusing on weaknesses of our opponents, because I think that's something that we've not seen for a long time at Notts. I'm not saying it's the right or wrong way, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing that we'd found sort of a bit of a weakness in the way that they defend from a long ball, and we exploited it. Look, we come away from the game today scoring 4 goals, which will have done absolute wonders for confidence. You know, Dennis gets a goal, Grant gets a goal as well late on, which was a fantastic goal. And Dennis, I mean, I can't say enough good words about Dennis. He's impressed me so much. I've been fairly critical of the recruitment, you know, in this close season because it's been a little bit, you know, different to what we've known under these owners. We've got a lot of loans, got a lot of young players, but I'll say this: Dennis on a free is an absolutely fantastic acquisition. So I'm really happy with that. There's 3 standout players today. I'll go through them now. Number 1, I'll have to go for a man of the match, Nick Cerula. What a game he had today. His link-up play with the other 2 players that I'm going to talk about now, Jones and Iopenda, was absolutely phenomenal. The way that they were working the ball together, you know, down that left-hand side, especially in the first half, was absolutely amazing. And, you know, he gets his goal as well, which is a fantastic goal. So yeah, I'm really happy for him because he spent a lot of time away. He's not played bags of football over the summer, if any. And he's come back and he looks an absolute gem. He looks absolutely fantastic. It looks like he's been playing, you know, non-stop. He looks so ready, and that's fantastic to see really from one of our wing backs, because it's sort of something that me and Tom talked about. We could potentially be, you know, a little bit light in the wing back position, but, you know, to the left wing back position with Jody being moved up. But seeing the way Cerula is linked up with Jody and Iopenda tonight is exciting. It's definitely something to build on. Iopenda, I think he is such a talent. He's so good. You know, he's got the ability to get a shot off from outside the box. That, you know, he was really unlucky not to score today. He's so strong. He's quick with the ball at his feet. He's fantastic. Impressed me massively today. And Jones, he to me looked to be back to his sort of former self that we all know and love. You know, just running at defenders, causing all sorts of problems. You know, again, linking up with players around him really well. So I'm chuffed. You know, I thought those 3 in particular were superb. I thought Norburn as well. Norburn had quite a good game. So yeah, I am impressed with that. Look, I know I sort of talked about it at the start of this video, but I don't want to get carried away with myself either after getting a win. But I like the way that we approached the game today. You know, we've not approached it, you know, with any sort of we deserve the right to win this game. We've gone there to try and exploit some of Shrewsbury's weaknesses. and it's paid off. So it's going to be interesting to see how that sort of develops throughout the season, because look, we've got Bromley on Saturday, which is, you know, notoriously a difficult game. They're going to frustrate us. It's going to be extremely difficult to break them down. So it'll be interesting to see if we've got any sort of leeway in, you know, identifying a weakness in their team. But yeah, I'm over the moon with it, to be honest with you. Look, we're off the mark, aren't we, now, in terms of winning a game? The confidence is going to be up, definitely going to be up after today. I think Dennis getting a goal today, especially the way that he scored it as well, being in the right position, it just does wonders. It does wonders for the squad. I think the whole squad are going to be buzzing after that. But I don't think Patterson's going to let them get too high with this one. I think it's important not to get too high with the highs and too low with the lows. But yeah, I'm over the moon, and I'm sure I'll be interested to see what Patterson has to say after that, getting his first win. I'm sure it'll be a massive relief for him, all the hard work that they've been putting in over the summer. But it continues, you know, it does continue. You know, this is just one game ticked off now. We go on into many more fixtures, many more difficult fixtures. So it just keeps coming thick and fast. I'd like to know what other people thought of the game and how they perceived, you know, going along with it, getting frustrated with it. Do they like the way that we're adapting to games a little bit more now than what we'd sort of be used to from previous seasons? Let me know in the comments. But that's it for me really tonight, guys. Again, to sort of summarize, impressed with the amount of goals and, you know, the way that we worked some of those goals. Disappointed with conceding. Not going to get carried away. It's one win. But it's definitely a positive step in the right direction. Again, thanks for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, drop it a like. Again, comment what you thought of the game. If you were there, if you watched along, if you listened along, let me know what you thought. A few murmurs around me at times when we were sort of winning the game, so I'll be interested to see what people really think. Does the scoreline flatter us? You know, were we deserving of the win? And if you don't already and you are new to the channel, please subscribe now. Thank you.